Hi guys, when we play chess, we start with different openings, right? For example, e4, d4, c4, the English opening, anything, alright? Knight f3, g3, anything, literally anything. Any opening, right? It should be a standard opening, right? Do we play crazy moves in the first move of the game? Alright, so now this game was played between Magnus Carlsen and Samuel. I don't know how to pronounce it. Literally, Shakan or something. Okay, that's fine. Now this game was played in chess.com. Uh, Titles Tuesday Blitz event. In early January 2023. Before I say the result, let's go with the game. Now, let's go. Magnus Carlsen start with the wonderful move a4. Let's go with the game. Now knight f6, knight, and now d4. We can see that a4 and d4. Alright, that's fine. Now let's go. Again d5. It's like a normal um this move. So now okay, we have knight f3. Normal game, but the first move is a4. Okay, let's go with this. And now we have knight h4, attacking the bishop. I haven't seen much games playing with d4, d5, and then knight h4, right? No, in the first move itself, Magnus played a4, and now after that he played d4, d5, and then knight h4. I have never seen, alright? Then now we have bishop to e4 as the bishop is attacked. It's very simple. And now we have f3. And we are pretty sure that when we play f3, there is an eye on e4 as well. Now bishop to g6. Sorry guys. Okay. Now knight to c6. I'm sorry. I was saying knight to c3. Alright. And knight to c3, it's normal, but it's a4, f3, and I haven't seen a setup like this. Literally, yeah, I haven't seen. I don't know. Have you seen this game? And at this point, Magnus Carlsen is 2,859 rated. Alright. I really don't know, is it in classical, in international chess.com, because my mind is going crazy these days. Okay. Don't take it as a big deal. Just check this game. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, never mind. Now it's c5. Striking in the center. Magnus have to do something about this. Now we have e4. Magnus striking back in the center. And here we have c captures d4 and knight captures g6. H captures g6. Nothing very special, it's solid. Queen captures d4, knight c6, attacking the queen. The queen goes to f2, and we have d4. d4 attacking the knight, and knight have a couple of places to go. First of all, knight to e2, d1, b1, a2, and then b5 and d5. What would you place your knight? But obviously, it's not d1 or b1, alright? Not a2 as well, in my opinion. And not b5 because it will be kicked out. Maybe e2 is solid. But now Magnus plays knight d1. I said it in my knowledge, alright? So, Magnus's knowledge. Okay, fine. Knight d1. In this position, black plays e5 and bishop to c4. What's happening? Okay, now rook c8, indirectly attacking the bishop on c4. Okay, fine. Okay, now we have queen to e2. And after queen to e2, we have the move. Now, you can see that the queen e2 move will support the bishop in c4. Okay, now we have bishop to b4 check. Now we have king to f1. Okay, I am seeing this game for the first time and I'm amazed by this. Alright, I have never placed my king on f1. Yeah, so now we have knight to a5 attacking the bishop on c4, and then bishop to d3, and then cocking. Now, I think Magnus is going to go for kingside attack. Let's see. Okay, knight to f2 can re-rotate to even a h3 and try to go to g5, helping Magnus to the kingside attack, or knight to g4 in case that you don't need to exchange that knight on f6. Well, you could even go bishop g5 and then knight to g4. I mean, I would love to annotate, but I don't know would it work. I'll just try. Yeah, it's working. Some ideas like bishop g5 and then like this, threatening to on this square, right? And even like this could try h4 and then h5. Yeah. Okay. Now the next move of the game is queen to b6. Um, it is a developing move and it threatens a queen side attack even. And now we have the move h4. We have knight to a h5 and now g4. If you place g4, let's think. G4. This is possible, but bishop captures f4 is there. So let's see. Alright, we have rook h3 first. Alright, and then we have queen f6, taking the queen to f6 for the safety of the king side. And now we have g4. Now, as I said, we have knight to, knight to f4, and the bishop captures f4, queen captures f4, and I guess it's h5. I don't know. It's h5. Well, obviously. So g5. Now is h6 too early? I really don't know. Let's see. Yeah. First, you have to develop slowly by slowly. You can't like. For example, now you know your enemy has also 16 pawns and pieces. You also know you have 16 pawns and pieces. You are taking one pawn to destroy your whole black side. Now, for example, now you're white, right? So you're destroying the black side, obviously. So you can't do it from one pawn. You have to manage your pieces and then get a plan and then fight. For that, it might be one pawn or two pawns. I don't know, or the whole pieces. So you can do it from one pawn by playing h6. So we have to play some moves. Now, for example, now he played rook d1. Alright. So now we have a6. I really don't know what's the idea. Okay. So king g2. Now you know what's the idea, right? It's obviously to take the rook to h1. I mean d rook h1 or d rook g1. Now we have rook to c2. In case that you have to guard the seventh file, you could play a move like f6 and defend it. And then we have rook to h1. Rook to h1. Alright, we have now Magnus is thinking of placing the knight on f2 to h3. Let's see. Rook doubling up on the c file, and now knight to h3. Queen to f6. And now black is not staying there defending. He's also making some kind of progress. Now you have seen he has doubled his rooks, and in case that his bishop moved, that c2 pawn would be completely hanging, so the bishop is stuck over d3 for defending. Now rook a1. Where's that? I don't know. This way. Okay, rook a1, and now we'll find the idea. Okay, so Magnus is bringing his pieces back to the queen's side, and um now we have bishop to d6, queen to d2, attacking the g5 pawn. Now bishop e7, it could be defended, but Samuel goes bishop b4. Alright? Alright, okay. Now this pawn could be taken, but I guess it's too early because you could take it in any time. So Magnus plays c3. Now he goes back to e7. Now we have knight to f2 back, shuffling his pieces. And now we have d captures c3. Now what would you take? From the queen, rook, or b captures c3? Now let's see Magnus' position. If b captures c3. Now in this position, this knight is a little bit stuck, but not completely. And this b file is open for white. It's a semi-open file because the pawn on b7 is there still. And knight to d8, and then bishop to b1. Okay, so bishop to b1, the idea is to go to a2 and then place the a1 rook, right? Something like this. A1 rook on b1, alright, something. Talking about thing like this. Okay. Now in this position we have knight to e6. You can see that Samuel reroutes the knight. We have knight to h3 back. And then after bishop to c5, we have bishop to a2, the plan that we made. And now rook to d8. Attacking the queen, obviously, so the queen has to move. For example, to b2 or e2 or c2. I don't know. Well, e2, okay. Then we have knight to f4 check, forcing an exchange of knights. And it's obviously from, the g pawn. And now we have king to h3. The king is walking slightly. Okay, not so fast. Like the king is not going from g1 to g2, h3, h4, g5. Not that much, but the king is slightly walking for some reason. Now we have g6. Now we have rook cd1. For trying for an exchange of rooks to, take the open file into Magnus' hands. And now Samuel doubles his rooks on the d file. And now Magnus takes, and then back rook d1. Now that rook is not undefended, alright? So that's why, well, in this case, you think it's undefended, but if you take, obviously, it's queen h4 check, right? It's visible, right? And the queen cannot take on f2 because it's rook captures d1. That's obvious. Okay. Now in the game, bishop captures f7 was played. What's the idea? Okay, it's either to distract the queen, or it's to when the king takes on f7, it's to take on d7 with a check. Okay, let's continue. So king to f8, alright, and then we have queen to f2. Magnus sacrificing the rook on d1 and then going for another pawn. Now if you count material, now I'm going to show you some maths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 folds, that means 6 marks. And 3 bishops, 9 marks. 9 marks for the queen, and it's 18 marks for white. And if we count from black's perspective, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns. 4, that means 4 marks. And queen, it's 13. And when the rook comes, it's 18 marks. So if we calculate, it's equal marks. But now Magnus have the bishop, and black Samuel has the rook on d1. And Obviously, you can see that Magnus have a passed pawn as well and have the potential to win this game as well. And now we have, because the rook is on d1, but he could try something, right? The game is not over. It's like if Magnus know how to play in games and everything, right? Legend. So, I know Magnus would twist this game because it's not any material down, it's an excellent sacrifice and it's good for Magnus even. And g5, when you have two passed pawns, what should you do? To bake them in your place, keep them. Oh, the king would say, oh, protect me pawns. No, right? You have to promote them and make a new army, right? So Magnus is doing the correct thing. Queen to d3, now threatening some moves like rook f1. You can see that, right? So now we have queen to c5, check. All right. Then queen to d6, blocking it. Would you check? No. I was gonna say yes because it's my opinion. I know it would be wrong. Yeah, I'm not Magnus. So, and I could see it now that it's wrong as well because taking is not good because we can't play h6 in the next move because rook captures d6 is still there. Okay, now let's continue. King g7, queen captures b7, king to f8. What's the move? Pause. There's nothing to pause, right? And in the previous move, he could have played queen d7, I mean black. But either way, if you go king f8 or king h8, it would be mate in one. Now, for example, f8, it's queen f7, checkmate. Now, this is Title Tuesday Blitz, so that's why the game ended in this way. And this is the way that Magnus played. Okay, you can see that a pawn is still there. The first move that Magnus played, a4, the pawn is still there, having a good look at the board. Now, for example, no, not for example, I mean, just think that pawn moved forward in the first move and was watching the whole game, right? It's great, right? Obviously. So, I hope you enjoyed the game, and if you want the game, it's on chess.com. You could search in Google Magnus Carlsen best games, and it's on chess.com, and it's one of it's a blog, so it would be easy to find. And that's all. Bye bye.